All right, next up on the agenda, we're trying Bard in a Daybreak list. So this is actually a list we saw an opponent playing last week. I will say it was already on my mind, Leona being one of my favorite. Leona and the whole Daybreak package of being a favorite of mine for a little while, but seeing Bard and recognizing the sustained value that he can generate over time as games go along made me think it might be a good fit with Daybreak because Leona and her followers are very good at stalling and letting the game go long, but in the past it's been hard for her to find ways to close games because they don't really have ways to push past a ton of blockers outside of stunning a whole bunch with a Leona on the board, which is good, but if your followers then aren't very, very strong, how are you closing out games? So we have a bunch of new tools to help us do that in addition to Bard and the Chimes popping off to buff us. We're trying this new card, the Winding Light at the top end, so we can like play a card, drop this down, now our entire board gets overwhelmed as well, so now we can push through damage that way in addition. Even if Leona's not on the board, perhaps stunning all their blockers. What else is worth noting? Obviously, we got this new elusive guy that comes with Bard, so to speak. What else did I wanted to point out? I don't know. I guess that's about it. Yeah, pretty much just throwing a new champion that I've enjoyed playing with an old one, seeing how it works. I think the logic behind it is somewhat sound. It's just a question of how strong is it actually. I don't know if it'll be anything to write home about necessarily, but still interested in seeing how it plays, how it feels. I just want to see something. Right, Bird on one is good. Bard, what are they playing? They're playing Zoe Bard, which is another deck that's on our list to try. How do we interact with Zoe in our deck? We can Hush, we can Stun, that's not a permanent answer. We have an elusive of our own. We can also just race them, and that might mean looking for a better start into a Bard, so I'm not going to keep Bard. Drew one anyway, but we also have this Esmus, which is important, I think.
One star's whoopsie is another spark.
I'm just gonna go ahead and trade these off. Chances are the rest of their deck is mostly elusives anyway. I suppose I could save it as something to proc onto when Bard gets leveled, but we're a ways off from that, so... Well, that's a pretty good hit, because now if they want to play Zoe, stop it. It's a pretty good hit. We can actually start putting out a lot of pressure now. I'm gonna just go ahead and trade these. Just to get this big hit in, I think. This eats this in response now, so... Not bad. I think we'll go with Bard this turn, potentially. And then swing in maybe Solari Priestess a bunch. That's unfortunate because this is buffing this out of range now. Okay. Can trade here. They can hit here, I guess. We could also Hush. Hush doesn't do anything because it's really big. I guess we just do this, huh?
Speaks to those who listen.
Do we play Priestess or this? I think we go with this one into this.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
It's a tough one.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren. It was my heart that led me here.
Trade these off. Taking a big chunk though, huh? I feel like I want to save this for something else. There's an interesting interaction too with that thing. Ooh. Very tempting to do this. Problem is, he could have Hushes of his own. He could have silence abilities. What am I more like? How am I more likely to win? Can we get rid of enough of their blockers? Is the question.
The dawn has arrived.
Carry her light across the mountain.
I'm not so sure
The sun's
this is correct.
splendor
But...
revealed.
Yeah, they had a lot of access to the silence effects too. This one called, this one only cost 6, eh? It's impressive. Wow, no chimes. It sucks.
Punish transgressions.
Open your eyes. Is this what you seek? Return
Again, none.
Own kin, so they say.
Yeah, well, that's a good hit.
To shine like the sun, you must burn like it.
Because it's just gonna get hit. This is just gonna hit this spell shield. So. And we don't have enough health to stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're exactly dead.
Face my shield.
Well, not exactly. We're more than dead, but
The skies darken.
we had significantly more chimes in our deck and played more draw effects. They played a lot of creation effects. We had draw effects and couldn't find what we were doing, what we were looking for. Sad. I like that start. That would have been a nice draw too. Come on, opponent. You're no fun, opponent. Why do you hate fun? Ugh, that was interesting. May as well play this. Something's gonna get stunned or maybe even vengeanced, but you know, if they want to spend 6 mana to kill a 2 or 4 mana thing, I think that's okay. To try to maximize the value that we could possibly get off of our stuff. think I want to spread the love here.
You dare!
It's a big boy. I think we play Leona though. Maybe not, because we want to spread out some of these buffs.
Ah, such pretty poison.
Leona stuns, but it doesn't really do much. They're probably not attacking anyway.
Unyielding light. My true beauty is beneath the skin. Scorching light.
Could try to deny the draw. I don't know if that's worthwhile though.
This little number, the spoil of war.
I'm just gonna play her out, spend the mana.
The sun's splendor reveals.
Kind of want to be mana efficient, but I kind of want to save this for when they inevitably try to kill one of my things that's damaged. No, let's just... I don't have a ton of chimes going right now. Didn't get our temple, or whatever it's called, our landmark that generates chimes early on, but we did have these that were applying a lot of pressure, so I think you know, that's obviously better. Okay. I'm actually glad this wasn't hit because I want to just play out as much Daybreak stuff as possible to get her level. Next turn we might be able to level her, play Winding Light for a win. Depends on what they're running though. They could actually be a Ruination deck. That's definitely possible.
We will not suffer unbelievers.
They will not
not escape punishment.
Really just swinging, eh? I mean, this can only be good for us. I think I want to save the stun as a combat trick to kill something that could be trying to overwhelm. That's a lot of damage coming through, though. I'd rather save Bard, right? I can't kill either of them. Well, that's not true. I could deal two,
Face my shield.
and stun this guy. I think this is worthwhile, potentially. This is making like this effectively takes away 2 blockers for next turn as well. Although I suppose our plan is to try to Winding Light. And they actually tapped off of Ruination mana, which is very important. They can Vengeance, but they could always Vengeance. So... start here.
We will not suffer unbelievers.
They will not escape punishment.
I guess we're replacing the guy we just played. Since he's got the lowest power. Could also be correct to get rid of this, because one of the most efficient ways they're going to be able to prevent damage, okay, is, yeah, the only thing that they can afford now that could kill this, so... Oh boy, that game was definitely longer than it should have been. Opponent seemed like they were doing something in another window on their computer. Okay. Gonna want more defensive cards. Mystic Vortex, probably not something we want to be playing on to. Okay, not ideal. That's rough. I guess we play this out. Yeah, not even on the thing we wanted. Really bad start for us. I think we'll go with the Meteor Shower.
Looking for trouble? It found you.
Ugh. It's already such a bad start, I'm just gonna move on. I hate that matchup. I hate that matchup on the best of days. When they have the nuts and we have the worst, then forget it. We'll just move on. If we had a Chime hit our 2-drop at the very least, that would have been nice. Unlikely, but possible. I've had it happen many times. That's too bad. I would like to actually play that matchup and see how this deck does, but you kind of need a curve to be able to check their aggression. Speaking of which, maybe this two... Yeah, that is their first attack token, so it could be good.
Nothing like the great outdoors. Swiftly. Size doesn't mean everything.
Guess we'll play this then. Well...
Clad in shining sunlight. Devotion through battle.
Armed and ready.
And ready.
Without me.
Don't the chimes just sound so lovely?
Warriors of the Raharak, our time is now!
Will follow you to the edge of daybreak.
That's cool. That's gonna potentially make 2 cards for us. So much stuff popping off on our deck. I wonder if we have enough healing for a matchup like this. Probably not. I mean, this can generate some... Oh, we have the Sunforger.
Wondrous discoveries
We have
await
Sunforger, so... Only 2, though.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
There they go!
My faith protects me.
Okay. I mean, this kind of helps me in the sense that it's giving me chimes, and hopefully they can hit the big things. They did not. Anything? Anything at all?
What once was 2 now is 1.
Could it easily kill her? I guess, but they could also, yeah. I don't know.
I've memorized all the Bandit Scout rules.
Face it to the sun!
Would a mushroom help?
Easy does it!
I
My research. So we have this for that, which is nice. Oh, that's... I don't care about that. But it's still a nice big 4/5. They might actually just swing here. Just to push as much damage as possible. That actually might be correct on their part. Maybe not in the case of Gnar necessarily. Well, if they're going to swing, they're going to swing with everything.
Astounding curiosities lie
But I wouldn't be
ahead.
surprised to see them at the very least throw away, what, these two? Really?
Sun and steel.
They're looking to play a Mystic Shot inside of combat. If they have Mystic Shot, they could always just kill, I think I want to play this and see what we find.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
Devotion through battle.
If I do that, then that means this thing has more, has an easier time overwhelming through. Draw, everybody draw to? There you are, Bard. Took you long enough.
No further.
That's why you always carry another pair of goggles.
To shine like the sun, you must burn like it. The dawn has arrived.
May it never leave.
Glorious light rains down.
So we win.
Sunlight burns in our weapons. Scorching light. Soul Invictus.
Definitely not how I expected that match to end based on how it started. I thought if we were going to win, it was because we were connecting a little bit more with our healing units. Yes, I think I like that start. They might be playing the Challenger unit, the 5-1. Okay, they're not, so I think I'm okay throwing this.
Magic guide us.
I think I'm okay with this trade too because I'd rather hit one of these. And this trades anyway with one buff, so... Darn, I was hoping it would go on the other one. I think I'll go with this.
In her radiant blessing.
Places to go.
Hush was a great draw.
The dawn has arrived.
With its light, the Solari will unite the,
sun's
heavens.
splendor revealed.
Witness glory.
Wasted effort.
I think I'm fine with that exchange.
I need just a moment.
Smoke and mirrors.
Big chunk of damage we're taking, but...
Feel the sun's glory.
At this stage, I think I'm fine making this trade. Although, is there any reason I don't want to play something else out first?
Our sun will not set today.
I could potentially level her.
To take you.
Behold the divine power of the sun. A shield for allies, a sword for enemies.
I think I might actually buff him so he can block her without dying. Well, that would require me to use this there, so I don't know if that's
Unwavering
worthwhile.
strength.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Okay. Gonna be a close one. Definitely play this if they don't open on attack. We'll definitely play Morning Light. I think to keep us alive, because I think we can win without it on the following turn, because we have so much overwhelm. Then again, they are clearly playing Frostbite effects, so they could be playing a
I'll
bunch
cut
of
them
stuff
apart.
that's
Face me.
scary.
What a treat.
Now with that in mind, and because this is another Leona, are we just supposed to take the hit?
Power that for our might.
The black rose blooms once more. Daylight warms the heart and lights the way. Sunlight blinds.
Leave your bags at the door.
Voices carry.
It's fine.
We rise.
A true Freljordian welcome.
Cheater. That's cheating. Pretty sure that's cheating. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
My spirit desires.
No daybreak effects.
Seeing double.
No daybreak effects to punish this feels super bad. Wow. Yeah, that stinks. We have so many daybreaks in our deck too.
See me.
Pitiful.
Ever vigilant.
Pitiful. Guess we didn't have that many chimes in our deck. That death? This will pass. I mean, could have frostbite effects. We're already kind of winning with.
It was my heart that led me here.
Meteor Shower gets rid of a couple blockers at least.
Knocked and ready. Save the homestead.
Okay, what's the last card in their hand?
An old hawk brings omen, a goat brings me.
So it doesn't matter what I play, right? We can't win because we can go. This is 2, and then they go block, block, block. Yikes.
Devotion to battle.
I guess. No, we don't even force them to block this thing, huh? And then they can give it Overwhelm and we die? Overwhelm. No, I don't think we're quite dead yet.
Let's talk about your death. My life for Avarosa.
Oh, I guess we are dead. No, we are, right? No, wait, she's big enough to block this.
I still see fate here for you.
I think I want a card rather than this thing. Although this is unlikely to generate more value. If I get another Leona, it can, though.
The sun's splendor revealed.
A big thing plus this stand swap can kill us. That is not a big thing. Cool.
Soul Invictus.
Guess we'll do one more with this deck, and then I think we'll call it. Move on. I'm gonna take a short break, and then I'm gonna move on to the next. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, I think I throw this back. Could be an argument for keeping the soldier, but I don't think so in this case. Hey, Camelus. Yeah, very much so. He's a very interesting champion. I'm definitely gonna go and try him in combined with a bunch of more of the, I don't know, what I'd say are more mid-range champions that I've enjoyed in the past and see what they do, which is kind of what we're doing here, pairing him with Leona. And so far it's felt okay. Bard Jinx is actually the next deck we're playing. And as soon as we're done this match, that's the next deck we're going to try out. Because I saw someone playing it on the ladder, and I was like, I gotta try that, because I really like Jinx, but I haven't played her in a while, so I wanted to give it a shot. Yeah, you know what, let's just play this, put on some pressure, work towards our Leona leveling up.
It's an awesome day for progress. Watch your toes. Hold on!
Okay. Suggests to me they have a Ravenous Flock in hand, I suppose. But if they want to use those, if they want to spend these cards killing my early game, pretty happy with that. Guess we'll go Solari Priestess.
I'm your man.
I think I want more ways to permanently deal with their annoying... We have the Hush in hand, though.
Sunlight guiding my
Yeah, let's go with this guy. Tempted to play out the Bard, but it could just get Thermo Beamed. Them playing the one Thermo Beam like they did could be indicative of a second one in their hand. Kind of like pressuring them as well, though. I guess I'll just go with this one.
stars guide all
travelers onward.
Let me get you that file.
My spirit shines.
What's the motive?
What's the motive? Fun. Fun, opponent. Oh, they picked something they couldn't play. Well, I guess they didn't have an option, but... Could play these two out. Could also play the Raven. I think I like these two. Opening on Bard could be correct too now that he's done that. Although getting as much Daybreak also good.
May our light shine forever.
That is interesting. He can just kill this with a Thermo Beam. So I guess we can give him the option, then we can Bard if he does that. Or if he plays a blocker, something like that, sure. Now I think I play Bard. Yeah. Maybe this is wrong. I don't know. I know he has two 6+ cost things in hand, although he probably played one of them. Does it say if it was created? It's fine. There's more bards where that came from. This could be a play next turn if we find one of our 1-drops. Which would indeed be nice.
Time for a true display of skill.
I'm gonna start here because I want him to have to work a little bit harder. That is tempting. Could actually technically also Winding Light. I don't think I want to do that.
The strength of the sun and my faith are one.
Do I stun him? Maybe? Maybe I'm supposed to play this guy too.
No sweat.
Okay, well we know what his other big spell was.
Unyielding light.
I think I'll just play this out. Be mana efficient. That way this Winding Light has the potential to be very good. Oh, then again, I don't have... Oh, there, okay, there we go. There's the cheap thing we needed.
I think we have something on that case.
Charge. Watch and learn.
Power before our might. Everlasting.
I think I'm supposed to play this
Good
out.
sheen on this one.
We will not suffer unbelievers.
They will not escape punishment.
Trespassers!
It doesn't add up.
That went better than expected, if I'm being perfectly honest. So yeah, pleasant surprise. I think what I did learn from those games is that I do want some amount of... I think I want a little bit more healing. But maybe Hush can be... Another Hush could be just as effective against other decks that are trying to go bigger than we are, get under what we're doing. Or literally, like, through what we're doing with elusives. Maybe that would be good enough. Perhaps the Cosmic Binding. The Cosmic Binding feels like it's good enough one-of because of the certain spots we can find ourselves in, like that one matchup, but just very efficient spell for the cost, but it is a little situational how good it can be. Winding Light proved very good in a lot of those games. I think I would continue playing with these. I don't think it's more than a 2-of. But yeah, so far I liked what we're doing with that card. Oddly, it could be possible to throw away some of the earlier game stuff just to be able to fit more effects in the deck. Like maybe only 2 of these are fine. You know, for example, to fit in something else that we might want, like something like it might even want something else that lets us go big, a little bit bigger, in the form of, well, even if it's just card draw, but also, what's that one card called? Star Shaping could be fine. That's like, because that also solves the lack of healing problem that we can find ourselves in sometimes, while also generating a big bomb for us, potentially. So maybe that's what better in the 5 slot than this Cosmic Binding. Yeah, all things to consider. But I think as is, I'll leave the list. Yeah, I'll leave the list as is so I can upload it later today. And alright, that's going to do it for that deck.